Hey there, Spectre users. Mark Buffa here again for another video, and in this one we're going to be explaining the latest additions to version 3.124. In this new version you will see three major improvements, the first of which is going to be a new setting which we are calling Auto Cut to Cut. So cut to cut is the full span minus the thickness of the inserts. That has been the industry term for the longest time. Some people might call it something else, but in essence that's what we follow. So again, full span minus the thickness of the inserts. So what you're going to need for auto cut to work is a couple of things. So first off, we turn this feature off by default. So you want to go into your settings, go to the auto suggestions and turn it on. That's the first thing to do. Second thing is, as I mentioned, it's the thickness of the insert. You're going to need to select 1, a full span, 2, an insert type, and 3, an insert size. Without those 3, the auto cut to cut just simply can't calculate. So again, make sure to go to the settings, turn that feature on if you would like to. The reason why we kept it off was because a lot of you existing users already have a certain flow of how you like to do things, and we didn't really want to try to disrupt that. Also, the rounding of the measurement will be based on the span measurement setting that you put in your settings. So if you round to, let's say, 30 seconds, we will round down to the closest 30 seconds since we do the math in thousandths of an inch. The next new feature that you will find is basically just a little bit of a revamp on the look and feel of the spec sheet regarding to insertless drilling. So players that won't use inserts or even conventional drills. We had a lot of comments that said, how do I input an oval coordinate? And basically how it was the OD field at the top of the insert was that. If you didn't put an insert, it would become a text field where you can put in your oval coordinate. Now we made it a little bit more visual and a little bit simpler. So when you create a blank spec sheet, instead of seeing a blank insert type, it will now say no inserts. And when you see no inserts, those captions will now change to oval and drill bit size. So just nothing really changed there. It's just going to be a visual change, making it easier for those who maybe didn't already know how to do an insertless drill in Spectre. The next addition is going to be regarding the span measurements. So in Spectre, we already have 3 of them. We have a full span, a cut-to-cut span, and also an outer-to-cut span. We are now adding a 4th one that we are calling hole-to-hole. And where this comes into play is if you're just drilling 3 holes for a client and just shipping the ball out, or a client already uses interchangeables, and let's use a Vice It as an example. The top sleeve is glued onto the slug. This is where we would want to use that hole-to-hole measurements. So it's going to be from your 1 7/16 hole to your 1 1/32 hole for the inserts. Basically, that's what it is from on the press, from the hole to the hole, nothing else inside the bowling ball. Right now, we are only allowing that to show up on the screen when you indicate an interchangeable thumb insert type. So if you pick a Jopo, Turbo Switch Grip, Vice IT, or Ultimate Slug, that is the only time you will see that H pop up on your drill sheet. So again, those were the 3 major additions to version 3.124. We value your feedback, and the reason why we make these updates is because we get the feedback. So don't hesitate to go to spectrebowling.com, go to the feedback section. We always appreciate it. I read them, I write back to you guys. It's always great there. If you want a written version of this explanation of all these different changes, head over again to spectrebowling.com, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see all the latest patch notes right there. Also, when we do make a change, the first time you're going to log into Spectre, it'll pop up. So it's the exact same patch notes. Make sure you read them, but if you do miss them, you know where to find them. We also have a ton of informational videos and how-tos on our YouTube channel, so make sure to like and subscribe. And again, we appreciate all of the pro shops out there that use Spectre ProShop to make their pro shop experience that much more efficient. And we really appreciate everyone. We'll see you guys in the next video.